Hello everyone, Danny here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we'll be doing a review for Grimm number 17. This is a new book from Boom Studios. Let's talk about the creative team before we get into this amazing issue of a comic book. This is written by Stephanie Phillips with art by Flaviano, colors by Rico Renzo, letters by Tom Napolitano. We'll see some cool covers at the end of the video as well, so stay tuned for that. Wow, we are 17 issues into the series, and the creative team just continues to surprise me as to how they can just make an issue. I really loved issue 16. And I think my favorite part about this arc is that we've been getting a little backstory on like the gang, right? Not just Jess. Obviously, Jessica, we need to know everything that's going on with her, but we're taking a quick pause to kind of talk about the rest of the gang. There's a big crew of the Reapers here, and in this one, we're gonna dive right into Eddie, who is, he's got a cool guitar, so like obviously already points up for that. So in this issue, as the new story arc continues to shake up the afterlife, Jess and her crew of Reapers fight an all-out war against Annabelle, who cannot be allowed to be causing this much chaos. Jessica has no other options but to raise an army, but as it may be too late to as Annabelle's powers grow stronger. The end could decide to make an appearance at any time. Now, the end is an actual entity. That's why it sounds kind of a weird sentence. Now, I will say, yes, that's exactly what's happening in the overall arc. This issue really kind of zooms in on this character of Eddie. So we get to see him experience some tribulations growing up, not being accepted. His father not understanding who he is an individual, and what that makes him do as an adult, and then now as the Reaper that we know. So yeah, it's very interesting, very emotional. But I think the team tackles this ideally, just in a really cool fashion where you get to feel for the character, you get to understand where Eddie's coming from. And yeah, and then there's also some really cool stuff that's done with the art. So let me show you some of the art preview pages that I pulled. So we here see back in 1975, adolescent Eddie living with his parents. Like I said, they don't understand him. His father ostracized him for just wearing eyeliner and all that stuff. And keep an eye on this first panel where he's applying the eyeliner. Uh, and then yeah, like I said, not the happiest, not the best of situations, right? And then we move forward 10 years, opening up with a very similar panel of Eddie applying makeup. Like if you look at the pages, they're kind of like a little bit of a mirror to what was going on. Like the layouts are very similar. Now I skipped the page here because I wanted to show Flaviano also setting up, like as Eddie's band sets up the instruments. We get to meet Saul, who is a member of the band that um, there's definitely, like I said, more emotional stuff happening. So yeah, I Eddie's one of my favorites from the gang. So I'm really glad to see how we got here and how we're gonna move forward with him. We get to learn a little bit about his motivations, about who he is before he was a Reaper, and I think that really helps round out the characters, round out the crew, and then of course we want to eventually get back to Jessica and everything that's going on against Annabelle. But overall, this really works for me just as a standalone story in this crazy world that Grimm has set up. So quite enjoy this one. If you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments as always. Thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.